Good evening.
Hi guys, good evening.
Good evening. Evening.
Hi
Evening, teacher.
everyone.
Good evening, guys.
Hi Gerardo, good evening. Let's see, Gerardo, Jesus, Fernando, welcome, good evening.
Hey, teacher, good evening.
Let's see, Blanca, good evening, welcome. Mirna, Pedro, Javier, welcome everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi Giovanni. Let me admit the people in the waiting room. And Mirna, I'm going to change your name. Let's see, Fatima, I'll change yours.
Selección para la empresa encargada de compras y Promármol S.A. para
Good evening.
Hi Jennifer, good evening. Let's see, Fatima, I'll change yours. Alrighty then, let's wait for the rest. Let's give them about a minute to join. So hi guys, how's everybody doing? Let's see, let me ask. Let's see, Araceli, how was your day today, Wednesday? What did you do?
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's my day. It's good. I am a work very. How do you say movimiento in English?
Very?
Movimiento.
It was busy. So it was a little busy. You can say today was a busy day.
Okay. It's a busy day because I'm good. I'm very good.
Okay. So despite that it was a busy day, you're doing good.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Araceli. Let's see. What
Thanks,
about?
teacher.
Hi,
You're
good
welcome.
evening.
Hi, Carlos. Good evening. Now I see Brenda. Welcome. Let me ask Jesus. What about you, Jesus? What did you do today at work? What did you do?
I work.
I don't know if it's me, Jesus, but I cannot hear you.
Se escucha.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Hola.
Okay, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
I go to the work. I visit my family in San Salvador.
Mhm.
I study. I study. How do you say de tal hora a tal hora?
From, for example, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. An example.
I study the 6 p.m. 12 p.m.
Mhm.
I solamente.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Jesus, for sharing. Let's see, what about you, Jency? What did you do today?
My day was very tired.
You're tired. It was a tiring day.
see, in the morning, go to the work, and no, and work the gym first, and then,
You go to the gym.
yes, in the morning. Then
Mhm.
I go to work.
Okay, I see. Great. And the good thing is that you go to the gym before you work. So
Yes.
that helps you, you know, be healthy. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Let me see. Allow me a minute. I'm going to rename you, Hernan. And let me see who else. Elsie, I'm going to change your name as well. Let's see, where's Elsie at? There we go. Okay, excellent, guys. It's good to see you tonight. Let's see, I have Patricia joining the class. Let me see. Let me also rename her. Okay, now we're ready then. So happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm happy to see everyone in class. We're missing just a couple of you, but thank you very much for making it tonight. And let's see. So let's try to quickly start with a quick review of what we did last night in class. If I ask, let's see, Carlos, what do you remember? What did we talk about last night?
We talk well, we working the daily routine, the dialogue,
The
uh,
dialogue, the dialogue.
dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
the dialogue, and mm, and the questions, I think.
So we talked about the daily routine, and we added a second thing that was to talk about the
And two, we talk how many and how much.
okay, how many and
How
how much?
how many is countable and how much is uncountable.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so that was part of what we talked about. Great, Carlos. We talked about the difference for how much and how many to ask questions. And we saw many examples, right? Whether it is countable or uncountable. Okay, great. Let's see now. Let's move on with Brenda. What else, Brenda? If you remember, we still had some people pending to do the role play, right? So what else do you remember, Brenda?
I remember in yesterday, we replaced with the old topic the week past, past
Mm-hmm.
weekend. And for example, daily routines, activities at the work, and benefits at the work,
Mm-hmm.
how much, how many, and basic. This is
Excellent. So we basically are covering all the topics that we have to cover. Okay. Great. Thank you, Brenda. And we also talked about the do and does for questions. The do, we use it for what subjects? When do we use do to ask questions? Let's see. Let me ask Hernan, do you remember when we ask do for the questions or when we use do?
Do is the use I do, you do, he is does, she does, it is doesn't,
Okay.
we is do, they do.
Okay, great. Excellent. So do we use it to ask questions with I, you, we, they, and the does we use it for he, she, and it. Okay, excellent. That was a great summary of how we use it. Okay, cool. How much? How many? And we still had some people pending to do the role play. I have the screenshots so we can see the people that are missing. We will try to do them later on in a few minutes so we remember a little of what we talked about. Let's see, Brian, any other thing that you remember, vocabulary, new words, any other thing that we saw last night?
Let me think. We have a role play with the benefits and daily routines. We play a game with works about how much and how many.
Okay.
Only I don't
Yeah.
remember more.
Exactly. That is pretty much what we covered. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for going over this. So for tonight, we have a couple of things that we need to cover. Tonight, let's see, but let me check the ones that were pending to do the role play. If they are not here, no worries. We will try to do it with somebody else, okay? So in room 3, we had Jency, Carlos, Araceli, and if I'm not mistaken, Gerardo was the other one, right?
Yes.
Okay, don't worry if any of the people that I have just mentioned is not here, we can do it with the ones that are here. So yeah, Jency, Carlos, let's see Araceli. I don't see Araceli. Okay, but maybe one of you guys can do it so we remember. So if you remember, we've been talking about daily routine. That is one of the main objectives for the unit number 1, that you would be able to talk about your daily routine from what you do early in the morning until after class that you go to bed, okay? Another one is to talk about the work benefits that we also have it for unit number 1, and that's what we are aiming to accomplish. Okay, let's see. So from that group, let's see, Yancy, I don't know if you're doing the role play with somebody else. So we do it quickly and we remember what we talked about last night.
Okay, con Araceli.
Now with Araceli, or with Gerardo, either or, it's
Okay,
okay, go ahead.
Ara, what is your work?
Hola, hi, Jancy.
Hi, Ara. What
Okay,
is your work
QA
schedule?
and IB, okay. Sorry, but my signal is bad. Creo que me quedo con, así que en stop, pero sí, I answer. Repeat the question, please.
What is your work? What is your
Schedule.
work schedule?
Schedule.
Schedule. My schedule is from, it's from 7 a.m. at 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
What is your daily routine?
Okay. My daily routine is I get up at 4 a.m. and take a shower, brush my teeth, and then I dress.
I
And
get
then
dressed.
I get dressed and then I go to work.
What are your activities at work?
My activities are many function and when at work I send emails or sends email and checks email. I calls the clients and I prepare medical supplies, These operas, that's all.
How many days a week do you work?
I work 5 days a week.
Do you work overtime?
Yes, I do.
How many vacation days do you get per year?
I get 15 days.
What are some of the benefits you receive at work?
Christmas bonus, vacations, holidays off, and opticals clinic. That's all, teacher.
Okay.
Sorry, but the signal.
It's okay. Thank you, Araceli. Thank you, Jency. That was a really good role play. So we're aiming to and completing the main objective. Excellent. Let's see for time constraints. Let's see. Don't worry, we're not gonna do it for I don't know if Carlos, well, Carlos and Gerardo are here. Would you like to quickly go over the role play?
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
In the question, in you or in me?
I go with question.
Okay.
Wait. Hi Gerardo, how are you?
Hi, Carlos. I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine. Hey Gerardo, what is your work schedule?
My schedule is from 9 a.m. To 6 p.m.
Oh, really? And what is your daily routine?
My daily routine is I get up at 7 a.m. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. I breakfast at 8 a.m. I go to work 9 a.m. I lunch at 2 p.m. I finish to work at 6 p.m.
Oh, nice. And how many days a week do you work?
Sorry,
And how many days a week do you work?
I work 3 days a week.
Oh, nice. And sorry, and how many vacation days go you get per year? Per year.
I I get I get 4 days.
And that, this is all for quickly.
Uh, Carlos, what is your word? Scully. Scully.
Schedule. No worries. We can just do it only once.
Okay.
But the word is
Okay.
schedule. Okay.
Fine.
Everyone repeat after me.
Listen.
Schedule.
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 Schedule. Yeah.
Scale. Scale.
Schedule. Listen
Schedule.
to me once again. Schedule.
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 There
Schedule.
you go. Schedule. Yeah, it is a little difficult to pronounce, but you did great. Okay. Thank you. Room number 3. In room number 4, we're just going to choose 2 people. Maybe we can go with William and Pedro. Maybe you can do the role play that you did last night for your group. That was in group number 4. So only one role play. William and let me see Pedro here. Ah, yeah, I see him there.
Pregunto yo, Pedro.
Ok.
Ok, permítame entonces. Que aquí estamos. Bueno. Oh, aquí. Bueno. Ready, Pedro?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. What is your work schedule?
My schedule is from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
What is your daily routine?
My daily routine is I get up at say 6 a.m. I have my breakfast at 6:30 a.m. Sometime to my work at 7 p.m. a.m. I arrive at my job between 7:45 and 8 a.m.
Okay. What are your activity at work?
My activities are I check my email, I check my meeting schedule, I start to complete pending tasks.
How many days a week do you work?
I work 5 days a week.
Do you work overtime?
Yes, I do.
How many vacation days do you get per year?
I get 15 days.
What are some of the benefits you receive at work?
My benefits are health insurance, bonus,
Insurance, health insurance.
okay, paid training abroad, flexible hours to study.
Okay, thank you, Pedro. Finish.
Finish.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Perfect then. So thank you very much for going over the role plays. For the people that are missing to do the role play, don't worry because you did it last night and that is the objective for you to practice. And today we're going to have a role play about something else, about the topic that we have for tonight. For example, maybe Friday we talked a little about this, but we talked about activities and how often we do them, okay? How often we do those activities because we don't really do things every single day. There are some other activities that we don't always do them, okay? For example, can you guys mention one activity that you do, for example, every single day? One activity that you do every day, let's see, Adalberto.
Okay, tell me.
Can you mention one activity that you do every single day, even on Saturdays and Sundays?
Brush my teeth, eat.
Let's see, I don't know if it's me, but I can barely hear you.
You hear me?
Okay, now it's better, but you need the microphone a little closer.
Okay.
You
hear me?
Okay,
hear me?
now way better. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, brush my teeth, eat, take a shower, drive my car.
Okay, perfect. Every day. Excellent. Now let me ask, let's see, Brian, can you mention one activity or one thing that you never do? Never.
How do you say escalar?
Climb
I never climb a mountain.
a mountain. Okay, good. Let's see, Fernando, can you also mention one activity that you never do? So climbing, it's for Brian, he never does it. But one thing that you never do. Never.
Teacher, what is eso? Carrera de bicicleta. Esas, ¿cómo se llaman? Rutas en bicicleta.
Yeah, cycling, biking, I'm sorry, biking.
Sería, I don't know, baking.
You can say, I never go biking.
I never go baking.
Biking,
Biking.
biking. Okay, you never go biking. Okay, great. Now let me ask Brenda, can you mention one thing that you always do?
Hi, listen to me.
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Yes. I have never jumped for the helicopter.
Okay, so you would never jump from a helicopter. Yeah, that's a great example. From a helicopter with a parachute, right? Do you know what a parachute is?
Yes.
Never. Yeah, never. I would never do it either. Okay, great. Okay.
And another activities, I never surf.
Okay, you never surf. Okay. Okay, excellent. That makes a lot of sense. So never jump from a plane or a helicopter and never surf. I do not even know how to swim, guys. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I don't swim. If you take me to the lake, Coatepeque Lake, and in the middle, you push me, I will die. I cannot swim. I'm not good at swimming. Okay, excellent. So there is something that we will talk about how frequent or how often we do certain activities. Okay, like always, never, sometimes, and so on. Let's see, Hernan, can you mention one activity that you do sometimes?
The activities sometimes I exercise.
Okay, sometimes you do exercise. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you go and you do exercise this week and then you do it again in 2 weeks or in a month. Okay, yeah, I know the feeling.
Yes. Antes, ¿cómo sería?
Before or after?
Before. Before I go to the everyday a gym, but how do you say cuando comencé?
When I started
the work, 2, 3 veces a la semana.
Twice a week. Twice a week.
2 or 3 twice a week. Pero when my first son born, 1, 2, 4, 5 trees in a month. Y ahora poquito.
So that happens after you started working, and now that your son was born, it is a little bit more difficult to go to the gym.
Yes.
Okay, I know the feeling. My son is 8 months, And when he was born, I mean, it was very difficult. It was very difficult. Okay. Thank you, Hernan, for sharing.
Okay.
Okay. Great, guys. So now we're going to move on. Before we see the structure, we are going to do this role play. Okay. So we're going to see what the main objective is. By the way, I don't think, listen to me. I don't think that we will do the exam on Friday. Maybe we are going to do it on Monday, so you have more time to prepare, okay? And I will give you the topics that you need to study for the
Monday,
exam.
teacher. Monday.
So you prefer Monday than Friday?
I am a student Saturday and Domingo,
Sunday.
and Sunday.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool then. Yeah, maybe we're gonna push it to Monday. On Monday or Tuesday, depending on how much we cover, I'm going to give you 1 hour for the exam. Okay, about 45 minutes or 1 hour. So you take your time to complete the exam. Okay, but I will let you know maybe tomorrow or Friday. Okay, good. So we will start with this part, guys. We need to move on.
How do you say? ¿Qué dicen los demás?
What do the rest say? So do you guys prefer Friday or Monday? Monday. Okay, what about the rest?
Monday, teacher.
Monday. So everybody prefers Monday. Okay, good. So yeah, whatever you say, it's okay. We're voting right now. We're voting. Okay, great. So guys, the first part that we will go over, we will have another listening exercise, okay? Because listening, it is important for you. But first, we are going to go over these activities. So every day or every night, every evening, we have a learning objective. There is always an objective for every activity we do. So we are going to start the unit number 2, okay? Let's see, can you do me a favor? Sandra. Good evening, Sandra. Can you do me a favor and read the learning objective that we have? Let's see, Sandra, can you hear me?
Excuse me, teacher, estoy comiendo.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you time to eat. Bon appetit. Maybe Fatima, maybe Fatima can help us read the learning objective on this part, if you're so kind, Fatima.
I will be up to say how frequently I do an activity in the workplace.
Okay, in the workplace. Okay, this word, Fatima, is able. Can you repeat it? Able.
Able.
This one is say. Frequently.
Frequently.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so at work, we do activities. Some of those activities, we do them always or every single day. And there are some others that maybe we do sometimes, we never do, we do once a month. It depends, right? There are many activities that we don't do frequently, okay? That we don't do frequently. And here we have an example before we create our role play. So here we have an example. Let's see, this role play, you are going to practice it in groups, but I want you to pay attention and spot this part. This one's right here. You see? The ones in bold letters. Do you know what bold letters means? Bold letters, any idea? Bold letters? No idea. So you see, these letters are different than these ones. So bold letters are negritas, okay? You see? Okay. So pay attention to those specific things because we will use them. So again, remember the main objective we have is to use or to say how frequently we do something at work, okay? We will start with work and then we can move on to our life about how often you go to the movies or how often you buy new clothes, things like that. So we have John and Anne for this conversation. I need two people to help me out. Let's see. Let me see someone who has not participated. Well, Javier, can you help me to be John?
Sorry, teacher. I am driving at home.
You're driving. Okay, good. Let's see. Maybe Fernando, you can help me to be John. And let me see. With Anne, maybe we can go with Mirna. Could you be Anne for this short role play, Mirna?
Okay. How often do you check your email?
Every 2 hours, and you?
Well, I try to check as often as I can. And how often do you call your clients?
I often call them once a week on Monday, but I usually call them on Friday to check days. Or do you call clients?
Yes. Yeah. Pardon, sorry. Yes, I always call them first thing in the morning. I believe it's important to have contact with them all the time.
You are right.
Okay. Excellent. Let's see. I don't know who's talking. But remember to be on mute, guys. If you're not speaking, make sure that you are muted. Okay, excellent. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for going over this, Fernando and Mirna. Just some quick feedback. So this word is every, okay? Every 2 hours. And you remember that when you find a period or a comma, we need to make a small pause, okay? Every 2 hours. And you?
Hours. And
Every
you?
2 hours and you. Okay. This word is clients. Okay. Clients. Let's see. This word is once. Once means one time. Okay. Once. Once a week. This word we say usually. Okay. Usually.
Sure.
This one is first. This word is first. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me read it so you can mimic the pronunciation when you do the role play and when you practice it in the groups. Okay, so right now, let's listen. I will be John, okay? How often do you check your email? Every 2 hours. And you? Well, I try to check it as often as I can. And how often do you call your clients? I often call them once a week on Monday, but I usually call them on Friday to check their order. Do you call clients? Yes, I always call them first thing in the morning. I believe it is important to have contact with them all the time. You are right. Okay, excellent, guys. Do you have questions about the vocabulary or the pronunciation of any of these words?
Teacher, on this morning, I believe, or ¿cómo es pronunciado?
Believe.
Believe.
Believe. I
Okay.
believe,
I believe, yes.
I believe it is important to have contact with them all the time. All the time. Okay, excellent. So part number one, we are going to go over these questions. Okay, I mean, these questions. This role play that is on page number 19 in your books. I'm going to share the screenshot, right? We are going to go to the groups and practice this conversation. Pay attention to the structure of the questions and the sentences, usually, always, and so on. And also discuss these questions. How often does Anne check her email? And why is it important to check the email every day? Okay. So let me send this screenshot in the WhatsApp group. And I'm going to send you to the breakout rooms. Make sure, once again, that everybody practices, okay? Make sure that you practice because English, to learn how to speak English, first, it is a physical thing. So your mouth needs to move, right? We are used to be speaking in Spanish. So your mouth needs to be moving in order to acquire and practice the language, okay? So let's see, Hernan, you already sent it. Thank you very much. I'm just going to add the two questions that are below. Okay, excellent. So just to make sure that everyone understood, let me ask Jennifer, Andrea, what are we going to do in the groups in this activity?
Practice the conversation.
Exactly. Practice the conversation. You got it. Thank you very much. Let me open, I have 22 people. Okay, there you go. I will be watching you in the rooms. Go ahead and accept the invite.
¿José te está dando tu papá?
Let's see, please accept the invites.
Ahorita.
Let me allow screen sharing, okay?
Hi, teacher. Ahorita comparto pantalla. Permit 1 second.
Allow me 1 second.
Allow me 1 second.
There you go.
Ya,
Perfect,
aquí está.
Fernando.
Ya, aquí está. Se observa. You're looking.
Yes.
Okay. Si quiere comenzamos, Sofía. I am John.
Okay.
How often do you check your mail?
Um. hmm, Every 2 hours, and you?
Well, I try to check it as often as I can. How often do you call your clients?
I often cars the no recuerdo cómo se pronuncia eso.
Acá, a week.
Once a week?
Once a week. Yeah.
Once a week.
I often class once a week on Monday, but usually starting on Friday to check the order? Do you call clients?
Yes, I always call them first thing in the morning. I believe it's important to have a contact with them all the time.
You are right.
Okay. Pedro.
Según me inicio yo, Venda y responde.
Uh-huh.
Es como que le regresa la pregunta a Ana.
Yes. Well, íbamos en Do you call clients? Okay, John. Yes, I always call them first thing in the morning. I believe it's important to have contact with them all the time.
You are right.
Okay. Now you, William and Fatima.
Okay. I am Anne. You, Fatima, you, John.
How often do you check your email?
Every 2 hours. And you?
Well, I try to check it as often as I can. And how often do you call your client?
I often call them once a week on Monday, but I usually call them on Friday to check their order. Or do you call claim?
Yes, I always call them first thing in the morning. I believe it is important to have contact with them all the time.
You are right. Finish. Teacher.
Yes, William, I'm here. Go ahead.
I have a question. Is la palabra order? What is your pronunciation?
Order.
Order.
For example, the order you place order, or you order when you go to a restaurant. For example, you say, I'm going to order a hamburger and French fries. Order.
Order. Or every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours.
Okay.
Every 2 hours. Okay. Excellent. If you want, you can do it one more time before we go back. Let me check how the other groups are doing. Excellent job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. You're welcome.
Hello.
Sandra, correct?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, teacher. Vamos entonces.
Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Araceli, entonces si quiere practicas tú ahora con Sandra y luego invertimos de nuevo otra vez.
Okay, thanks. Sandra, you, John, or Anne?
John, pero espéreme que no
Okay.
me permite ver la pantalla, esta cosa. Espéreme, voy. Okay. How often do you check your email?
Every 2 hours, and you?
Well, I try to check it as often as I can. And how often do you care your clients? Do your clients?
Clients.
Clients. Thank you.
Clients.
Okay. I often call them once a week on Monday, but I usually call them on Friday to check their order. Do you call clients?
Yes, I always call the first thing in the morning. I believe it is important to have contact with them all the time.
You're right. Thanks. Thanks. And now, Patricia and I or with you.
Ahora yo soy Ann, porque ya fui John. Entonces no sé si con
Okay.
Araceli, porque ya practiqué con Sandra. Entonces, Araceli,
Okay,
tú, John.
Okay. Okay. How often do you check your email?
Every 2 hours. And you?
Well, I try to check as often as I can. And how often do you call your clients?
I often call 10 once a week on Monday, but I usually call 10 on Friday to check their order. Do you call clientes?
Yes, I always call them first thing in the morning. I believe it is important to have contact with them all the time.
You are right.
Okay, thanks, Patricia. Thanks,
Thank you,
Sandra.
Araceli. Okay.
Ahora sí me
Entonces,
toca ser quién?
Yeah,
John.
just some feedback, Patricia. The word is call, okay? Call.
call,
Call.
call,
Call.
call.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And the other one is clients, okay? Clients.
Client,
Mm-hmm.
client.
Clients. Uh-huh. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Okay.
Thanks, teacher.
Clients, clients.
Okay. 1 minute, ¿no? Entonces, Araceli, usted y yo soy John.
And you, and I was Anne, and
Okay.
John, and I joined you, Anne, yes.
Ah, okay.
And 30 seconds. How often do you check your email?
Every 2 hours. And you?
Well, I try to check it as often as I can. And how often do you call your clients?
I often call 10 hours a week on Monday, but I usually call 10 on Friday to check their order. Do you call clients?
Let's see, guys. Welcome back. Welcome. That's why I always send the disclaimer. Hey, we are missing 1 minute, and you see the timer. Do you guys see the timer? The countdown, like 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, and so on. So I don't cut you off. Okay, great, good practice. I just have some feedback about some of the words that I see that you have more difficulties with. And let me spot them right now, okay? Let me spot them. Not everyone, but be careful with the pronunciation for these words. For example, this word is try, okay? Repeat after me, try.
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 Try, okay?
Try.
This other one is call, okay? I heard many people say cal, but it's not cal, it's Call.
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 Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So this word
Call.
is not clients, it's
Client.
clients. Okay,
Client.
clients.
Client.
Clients. Okay.
Client. Client.
This other one
Client.
is once. Okay,
Once.
once.
One.
Once.
Once.
Once a week.
Once a week. This word is order. Okay, order.
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 And let me see another one. Yeah, that's pretty much. Those are the ones that I listened to in the groups that had more mispronounced
Teacher.
or that were most likely mispronounced.
Teacher.
William, go ahead.
You pronunciation or and or, order
This
or
one, order.
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 If you say order, it's also okay. It's acceptable. You can also say order, but it sounds
Order.
better if you say order.
Over.
Order.
Oh, over. Order.
This
You
one,
pronunciation to how do you say palabra?
two words.
To work. You pronunciation to work. Please. Uh, oh, over the
This one,
order.
hour.
Hour.
Okay, this one is hour. 1 hour.
Hour.
2 hours.
2 hours.
And this is
Hour.
order.
Our order. Our order.
Our order. Mhm.
Oh,
Order.
Yeah, that's why we
our.
try to do a lot of practice, right? So if you guys notice, they are
Our.
talking about the activities that
Our
they do at
order.
work, right? Activities that
Our order.
people do at work. So these that we have in the book is, for example, the percentage of frequency, but this one does not look that good. So instead, we are going to use this one, always, usually, normally, often. Let me share my screen, okay? I'm going to share with you guys this, let me see. This is the order, or this is the structure, okay, on how we use frequency adverbs. Remember, there are things that we don't do every day. Maybe we do them once a week or once a month, or we never do them, okay? Never at all, like what Brenda mentioned about that she never surfs because doesn't like surfing, okay? So let me share my screen and let's go over this chart, okay? So this that you see right here, let me, hold on. Let me spot this. So this is the percentage, okay? The percentage of how much you do an activity. The first one that we have, let's see, Blanca. Can you help me read this one and also the sentence?
I always brush my teeth at night.
Okay, excellent. I always brush my teeth at night. So 100% every night, right? Okay, thank you, Estela. So if you do it always, it's 100% every single day. Let's see, Hernan, can you help me with this other one? That's the 90%. Can you help me with this next one?
I usually walk the work
I usually walk to work.
to work.
To work. So 90% of the times, maybe the other 10%, I take the bus, Uber, someone gives me a ride, I don't know, but usually it's around a 90% of the time, okay? Let's see, Sophia, what about the next one? Normally or generally. So they are pretty much the same.
I normally have got good marks.
Okay, I normally get good marks. Okay, normally 80%. Let's see, Patricia, can you help me with the next one? 70%. Often or frequently? Uh-huh.
Teacher, I'm a question, sorry. Who is March? March, I don't know, no entiendo. March.
Marks is
Good
similar.
mark. Okay.
Marks is similar to grades. For example, in an exam, if you get a good grade, you can say that you also get good marks, okay?
Okay, marks. Great.
In an exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks.
Sure. Sure. You're welcome, Araceli, anytime. Thank you for asking. Let's see, who did I ask? Patricia. Patricia, can you go with the one for sometimes? This next one right here.
I sometimes sing in the shower.
I sometimes sing. Do you know the meaning
Sing.
of the verb sing?
Sing. In the
Sing.
shower.
Sing in the shower. Do you guys sing in the shower? Do you sing?
No.
No? Come on, nobody
No.
sings in the shower
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Yes, you do, Elsie, you do. I do sometimes. I do sing in the shower.
No.
I'm not the best singer, to be honest, but I do sing. Let's see. For the ones who are laughing, probably you do sing too. Okay, let's see. Pedro, can you help me with the occasionally? 30%.
I occasionally go to bed late.
I occasionally go to bed late. Okay, thank you. Occasionally around a 30%. It's not that common that you go to bed late. Okay. I mean, on this example, I don't know if you do go occasionally late to bed. Adalberto, what about seldom? 10%. So not that common.
Seldom. I seldom add sugar to my coffee.
Okay, I seldom add
But
sugar
add
to my
sugar
coffee.
because the coffee I like sugarless.
So sugarless, no sugar on your coffee. Okay. Okay, great. That's a great example. So you seldom add sugar to your coffee. Okay, great. Let's see. Let me see. Elsie, can you give me a hand on 5%? Hardly ever or rarely. So not that common. Let's see. Elsie, can you read this one for me, please? Obviously, it's approximate numbers.
Hardly ever get angry.
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 Angry. I hardly ever get angry. I mean, no, it's not common. Maybe this applies to me. I hardly ever get angry. My wife is looking at me right now for that sentence. Let's see. And the last one, never. Can you help me, Jency? Never, 0%.
How do you say vegetarian? Or what?
Vegetarians.
Vegetarians never eat meat.
Vegetarians never eat meat. So imagine we have vegetarians and we have vegans. Vegans, even worse, they don't eat anything that comes from animals. Okay, so if you guys notice, this is the approximate percentage or how often you do things or activities. For example, if I ask here, let's see, hold on. Right here, we have the structure, okay, on how you perform or how you create the sentences. Can you do me a huge favor? Let's see. Carlos, and can you read this first structure, please? This one right here. Daniel.
Oh, sorry, Daniel or Daniel?
Daniel. Yeah, in English, Daniel.
Daniel always passes
Passes
passes his exams.
his exams. His exams.
Exams. His
Okay, great. Thank you, Carlos. So if you notice, we have subject, the frequency adverb, always, never, seldom, occasionally, sometimes, and then we have the verb, right? Daniel always passes, and the complement, his exams, right? Thank you, Carlos. Let's see, Jesus, can you help me with this other structure that we have here? Eh,
He is always happy.
he is always happy, and the subject is, the structure is subject, the verb be, right? He is, she is, I am, you are, the adverb, frequency adverb, and then you can add a complement, right? He is always happy. And we have the last one right here. Let's see. This is most likely how the structure goes. Let's see. Blanca, can you help me read the last one? This one. Susan?
Susan, as always, lived in New York.
Lived in New York. Okay, perfect, Blanca. Excellent. Thank you very much for helping me. Susan has always lived in New York, right? So we have, again, the structure, subject, the auxiliary verb in this case is has. This is not that common. The adverb and then the main verb, okay? Remember, the easiest one is this one right here. Subject, adverb, and the verb. For example, if I ask, let me ask you one question. Let's see, this question goes to Jency. Jency, how often do you eat pupusas?
I often, no, I always eat pupusas
I
in the night.
always eat pupusas at night. Okay, excellent. Let's see if I ask Fernando, how often do you play video games? Mhm. How often do you play video games?
Um, I never play video games.
Video games, okay. Great job, excellent.
5 years,
Now,
5 years.
ajá,
No, how do you sell de no jugar? Done.
yeah, ajá.
5 years.
Five,
Not
5 years without playing video games.
yeah.
It's a long time. 5 years without playing video games. Yeah, it's a long time, Fernando. Thank you very much for sharing. Let's see, Hernan. Hernan, how often do you go to the doctor?
I visit the doctor mm, seldom.
I seldom
I
visit the doctor.
seldom visit the doctor,
Excellent.
but I normally go for my my son or my daughter.
Or your daughter. Okay, cool. Okay, excellent. Thank you. I feel you. The same happens to me. Now that I have my son, I go to the hospital like every month or twice a month. twice a month for the controls and all that. Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you very much. We are going to have time to practice, but first we are going to do this short practice. This one, yeah, go ahead.
I am no, I'm not entiendo, no entiendo.
Ah, okay. What part you don't understand? Uh-huh.
In your example,
Uh-huh.
is orden subject, adverb, adverb y main adverb.
Main verb, ajá, main verb.
Pero el siguiente, subject, be, adverb. Y en el siguiente, subject, auxiliary verb, y adverb, y main verb. ¿Cómo se usa? O sea, no sé en qué momento se usaron eso.
Ah, okay. So the first one, we use it generally to talk about general activities, like I always take a shower, I never play video games. Hold on, let me give you an example. Okay, the first, give me a minute. It depends on the context that you are talking about, William, because in the first one, you are talking about regular activities. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, the first. Okay, so structure one.
Subject.
Structure one, that is subject plus adverb plus verb. You use it to talk about general routines or activities. For example, like what we said, I never play video games. I never play video games. This structure is for a tense that we have been talking about. What is this tense in English? Is it present, future, past?
Present.
I never.
This one is simple present, exactly. Simple present, we use it to talk about general activities, right? General activities, simple present. I play, you play, I walk, you walk, and so on. We use it, William, structure one, to talk about general activities, right?
And simple pairs.
Simple present. Okay, now structure number two.
Mute teacher.
Am I muted? Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, okay. William, the second, I don't know if only William cannot hear me.
Yeah. I see, yeah.
Ah, okay. The second structure is the verb to be. Do you remember the verb to be? What's the verb to be? What's the first one?
I
am. I am.
You are.
You are.
He
is.
He is.
She is.
She is.
It is.
It is. We
They
are
are.
and they are, right? Depending on what you're talking about. So then the other one is the verb to be. So it depends on what you are talking about. For example, in that other one, it is the subject plus the verb be plus the adverb, right? And we had a sample that was he is always happy. So this is a state, okay?
He is
This
always
is,
happy.
this is a state. This woman, my boss, she's always mad. Or
And
that woman right there, she's always crazy. It's an example. It's a state, right? You are talking about how a person behaves, right? Is that clear, William?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Aquí vamos bien, vamos bien.
Okay. And the other one is not that common. This one, where is it? Hold on. Where did I leave the other one? Here it is. Hold on. Where did I leave it? Okay. And this one, the last one, William, do not pay that much attention to this one because it's not that common, okay? It is not that commonly used. But if you notice, because if we translate it, it's like if we said, Susan siempre ha vivido en Nueva York. So this structure, let's hold it right now for a while so you can understand the present perfect, okay? So right now, William, let's just focus on this one and this other one because we haven't talked about past, simple present, present perfect and all those tenses, okay? So that's why you may get confused. Right now, let's only use this structure and this other one, okay?
Okay, teacher.
The
Okay,
more
thanks.
you move on, then we will understand because we are still missing past perfect, present perfect, and some other tenses that come in the future. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So first, we are going to have the first practice. Did you get the link that I sent?
yes,
Okay, so now with this link that I sent in groups, we are going to test if we have understood. So let me know. Can you see my screen now?
yes.
Okay, so this practice, we will do it in groups, okay? To see if we have understood. We have the sentence and which one do you think that we can choose here? You see the person?
Yes.
Never.
Yes. Is
So which
the
one? Always,
Never,
sometimes,
Always.
never.
never,
Never.
never.
Always.
I
Okay.
never get up early.
I never get up early. So you are going to do the same with the rest of the
Always.
sentences.
I
I
always.
always help
Always.
at the work.
I home.
Okay. Okay, good. We're gonna do it in the group. So I don't take out the opportunity for this practice. Okay. Let me see. I have 22 people. Let me recreate the rooms. Okay. There you go. Please accept the invites. I'm going to give you around 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Ahorita voy. A ver, compartir. Voy a abrir el link. Creo que lo pueden ver.
Sí.
Ok. Ay. Exercise de vaya. Al Alberto.
Okay,
Mm,
I never.
Okay, excellent. Permítame que se me trabó. Mm,
Recarga, rechart the web.
Pueden ver lo que
7 de 7. Mande la captura, pues.
Voy a poner en el chat y me ayuda a ponerla en el grupo.
Good job, guys. You got them all correct then. Okay, great, guys. Good job. Let me see how the other groups are doing.
Okay.
And Andra. Hi, teacher.
Hey, guys.
We shared the
Yeah, I just saw the screenshot that you sent. So everything okay with the exercise? Did you understand how to, how to put them together?
yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, then excellent. Great. Let me check on the other groups, and in about a minute or so, we will go back to the main session.
Okay,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yo ver esa prima va. Allá donde fuimos a donde fuimos a ver.
Let's see. Let's wait for everyone to go back to the main session. Okay, let's see. Okay, excellent then. So everyone should be back into the main session. So how was your practice? Did you get them all correct?
Yes, very interesting.
Interesting, right? Then we're going to do a practice about structure, but we will do it after the listening session that we will do right now, okay? Let's see. Well, let's do this part together. We will start from number 2 because number 1, you already did it, okay? We did it together. So let's see, maybe Javier can help me answer the first one. Let's see, Javier. Now, I guess you can see my screen. Which one should we choose here, Javier?
I always help at home.
Okay, excellent. Here you see the percentage, 100%. Great. Thank you, Javier. Let's see, Mirna, what about this one right here?
I usually exercise.
Okay, 90%. Excellent. Let's see. Thank you. Sandra, what do you have here?
I go sometimes go. I sometimes fishing.
Okay, I sometimes go
I
fishing.
sometimes go fishing.
Okay, and we have the people here with the fish. Okay, let's see. Araceli, what about this one? We have a little girl here.
I usually eat breakfast.
Okay, about a 90% of the times. Okay, great. Jesus, can you take the next one?
I always play video game.
Always play video games. I wish I could say that in reality, but I can't. Let's see. Gerardo, can you take the next one and last one?
I usually watch TV.
Usually.
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 No, usually no, usually.
Usually.
There you go. Usually. Okay.
Usually.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent, guys. Great job. So we got 7 out of 7. Okay. In the next part, the next exercise that we are doing, if you notice, we always try to pay a lot of attention to the speaking, right? Speaking part that you speak a lot and practice a lot. But right now we are going to move on to a listening part, okay? To see how much we understand. Let's see. If you get that, it's my son in the background. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to play this for you to see how much you understand, okay? We will have this listening exercise so you guys practice, okay? Let me see, let me share. I'm not going to share the script yet, but right now I just want you to listen, okay? Just listen for practice. Let me share my computer sound and let me know if you guys get this. Hold on.
Conversation 1.
Did you guys get that? Yes, okay. I'm going to mute everyone, okay? I'm going to mute everyone because sometimes I get background, you know, one of your relatives or someone. Okay, great. Let me play it and just listen, okay? Listen. Here we go.
What do you do on the weekend?
I usually
My computer got stuck. Give me a minute. Okay, there you go.
Conversation 1.
What do you do on the weekend?
I usually stay home, but sometimes I go out.
Oh, where do you go?
Sometimes I go to the beach. Sometimes I go to the park.
I often go there too. Do you ever go to the lake?
No, very rarely. It is too far from my house.
Okay, let's see. That is conversation 1. Guys, what are they talking about? What did you understand? Let me ask Let me see. Sophia. What did you understand, Sophia? Let's see. Probably Sophia's not there. Let's see. Hernan, what did you understand? What are they talking about?
Uh, he he how do you say question, pero le preguntó.
He asks her. He's asking her.
He asked her uh, for the, ¿cómo que puedo decir aquí? ¿Qué es lo qué es lo? Bueno, she is respond que usually go to the beach.
Goes to the beach, okay.
And really, sí entendí, pero no recuerdo ahorita cómo era, que lo que bien dije.
Okay, don't worry. We will listen to this one more time, okay?
Okay.
But right now, let's listen to conversation 2, okay? They are very short. Let's see, pay attention. I'm going to mute everyone, okay? There you go. Okay, I'm muting everyone. Let's listen to the conversation number 2.
Conversation 2.
What do you usually have for dinner?
I try to eat healthy, so I usually cook vegetables.
Really? What kind of stuff do you make?
Sometimes I make soups. Sometimes I make stir fry.
Stir fry? That's not very healthy.
I know, but I don't eat it that often.
Okay, what about in this conversation 2? Let me ask Elsie, what are they talking about, Elsie?
Sorry, teacher, is conversation is complication.
Complicated, it is complicated.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
You read the conversation is very, I don't understand. Usually the makeup, is makeup, no makeup. But no era makeup.
No, makes
No.
Teacher.
makes no.
Makeup, no. She makes, right? She makes.
Soap.
Soup. Did
Soup.
she talk about soup?
Sopa.
Yes.
Sopa.
Okay.
Ella hace sopa. Usualmente ella hace
Usually.
sopa.
And she cook the vegetables, I think.
Vegetables. Vegetables.
Vegetables. Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Don't worry. If you do not understand, it's okay. We go step by step, okay, with the listening because we need to rehearse and practice listening. Okay, let's go to conversation 3, okay?
Conversation 3.
Do you take the bus to work?
No, I never take the bus. I always drive.
Yeah, it's so much easier to drive.
Do you drive to work?
Actually, I rarely drive. I usually walk to work. I live near the office.
Lucky you.
Okay, great. So that is conversation 3. Let's see, what did we understand? Gerardo, tell me, what did you understand?
She is she always work.
Okay, I'm not sure, but I couldn't hear you very well because you were breaking up. Can you repeat it? Because we couldn't hear you very well.
She always work.
Okay. Don't worry, Gerardo. Maybe in the meantime that you fix your microphone because we couldn't hear you. Don't worry. It's breaking up. Let's see, maybe Hernan. Hernan, I saw that you raised your hand.
Uh, he always drive to the work.
Okay.
He never take the bus.
Okay, good.
And she not drive, but I always walk to the work.
Okay, so excellent. You got it very well. Let's see. So he always drives. He doesn't take the bus, never. Let's see, William, you also were going to say something.
Repeat, please.
Were you going to make a comment or no?
No, teacher, no.
Okay, okay. Great, no problem. I just saw that you unmuted yourself. Okay, now let's go with the conversation 4. Let's see.
Conversation 4.
Do you ever go to the movies?
I rarely do. It is too expensive. Do you?
No, not often. I usually rent DVDs.
Really? I never do that. I usually stream movies.
Nice. Do you have fast internet?
Yeah, usually it is fast, but sometimes it's slow.
Okay, let's see, Adalberto, what did you understand from this last conversation?
Okay, they talking about that watch movies. Um, um, she told, well, she, how do you say dice?
She says.
Says.
She says.
Okay, she says that when she go to the cinema, it is really is she need pay much money. It is in a word, in a word, in one word.
Okay, yeah, they are talking about
How do you say caro?
expensive.
Expensive. Yes, yes. She says that is expensive. Um,
Exactly.
and he have a DVD, and she watched the movies on the computer, in the computer, I suppose, but she use the internet.
Okay, excellent. She streams the movies,
Oh
probably
yes.
Netflix or Amazon Prime or Apple TV. I don't know, but she streams the movies. Okay, great, Adalberto. Carlos, you also had another comment.
Yes, she say watch stream movies. She have a fast internet.
Okay.
Usually low internet.
Okay.
No. Usually no. Is
Usually the internet is slow, right?
slow. Yes.
Sometimes it's fast and some
Sometimes.
others it's
Yes.
slow. Okay. Great, guys. Okay, now we are going to listen to this once again, but we will see the script, okay, for all the conversations. Let's see, allow me 1 minute. So I'm going to play it and we're going to go over all the conversations, okay? Give me a minute so I can share my screen. Okay. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Now let me play it and we will see. When we finish the conversation, we are going to practice it. I will choose 2 people and then you will help me go over the conversation, okay? So conversation 1, let's listen.
Conversation 1.
What do you do on the weekend?
I usually stay home, but sometimes I go out.
Oh, where do you go?
Sometimes I go to the beach. Sometimes I go to the park.
I often go there too. Do you ever go to the lake?
No, very rarely. It is too far from my house.
Okay, let's see. Now let's have two people, one man and a woman. Let's see, maybe the man can be William. William, you're going to be the man, and the woman, let's see. Jancy, can you help me? Give me a minute, guys. I need to pick up my son. Hold on.
Okay. You ready? Okay. Conversation two. One. What do you do on the weekend?
I usually stay at home, but sometimes I go out.
Oh, where do
No.
you go?
Sometimes I go to the beach. Sometimes I go to the park.
I often go there too. Do you ever go to the lake?
No, very. It is too far from house.
Okay.
Okay, excellent, guys. Thank you very much. Did you find new words in this part?
Yeah,
Don't stand.
Really?
Stay y rarely. Rarely.
Rarely.
Rarely.
Rarely.
¿Qué significa?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
What does it mean? Rarely.
Rarely. So this
Rarely.
is similar. This is similar to the word in Spanish. Rare. Rare. Right?
En realidad.
No. How do we say that in Spanish?
Casi no.
Rarely.
Rarely.
Rarely. Okay, William, you have the answer right now. Rarely.
Está raro.
It's similar to the word in Spanish. Rarely, raramente, right?
Raramente. Oh.
And this one is stay home. For example, I work from home. I do not go to the office. I don't go to the office. I stay home. What is the meaning of stay?
Como estar.
Exactly. So
permanecer.
I stay home. I do not go to the office. I stay home.
Vamos a ver. Como
Usualmente permanezco en casa.
Permanecer.
Stay home.
Okay.
Exactly. Do you remember when the pandemic started? The pandemic, COVID.
Yes.
So people say, hey, stay home. Don't go to the street.
Quédate en casa.
Exactly. You got it. Okay. So do we understand this better now that we listened and read the conversation? Do we understand it better? Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Let's listen to the conversation number 2. Sorry, but I had to pick up my son. He was crying. Okay, here we go.
Conversation 2.
What do you usually have for dinner?
I try to eat healthy, so I usually cook vegetables.
Really? What kind of stuff do you make?
Sometimes I make soups. Sometimes I make stir fry.
Stir fry? That's not very healthy.
I know, but I don't eat it that often.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I made a mistake and I stopped sharing. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, before, let me know if you can see this, because this is stir fry. Because I know that you will probably ask me that question.
Rarely. Rarely.
Can you guys see my screen?
Rarely.
Can you see it?
Yes.
So this is stir fry, okay? This is stir fry. What type of food do you recall when you see the stir fry? From what restaurant?
China walk.
China seafood.
China Walk. China Walk. What other one?
Panda.
Panda
Panda? Ah,
Express.
también Panda
Panda
Express.
Express. El Dragón Dorado. It's another restaurant in Santa Tecla.
Celeste Imperio.
Celeste Imperio, exactly. It's
Exactly.
food is good in Celeste Imperio, but is this healthy? Is it healthy?
No, no, it's
No.
not. No.
But this is stir fry, like it's similar. Oh, I stopped sharing again. Hold on, let me try to find conversation 2. But that is stir fry, okay? It's similar to the Chinese food from China Walk, Panda Express, so it's not healthy, okay? Not healthy. Okay, now we will have 2 people. Let's see, a man and a woman. Let's see, Giovanni, you're gonna be the man, and Blanca, you're gonna be the woman. Go ahead.
Conversation 2.
Yes.
Conversation May, what do you usually have for dinner?
I try to eat healthy, so I usually cook vegetable,
Vegetables.
veg,
Vegetables.
vegetables.
Really? What kind of store do you make?
Sometimes I make subs, sometimes I make starter,
Stir fry.
stir fry.
Stir fry.
Street fry, duck and not very healthy.
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 I know, but don't eat not eat it often.
Okay. Good, guys. Just be careful on these words. This one is, I try to eat healthy.
I try.
I try to eat healthy. Okay.
I try to eat
I try to eat healthy.
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 Healthy. And this word is vegetables. Okay.
Vegetable.
Vegetables. Okay. This word is soups. Okay. Soups. Like chicken soup. Chicken soup. I love chicken soup. So this word is soups. Okay. Stir fry, similar to the Chinese food. Stir fry, and yeah, she says, I know, but I don't eat it very often. Okay, did you find new words in this part?
Yes. What do you mean kind of? Kind of.
Where? What kind?
What kind of?
So what kind of stuff do you make? A kind is similar to say type. Type. Do you know the meaning of type? What type of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? Hold on. He's falling asleep. Okay. So kind is a synonym of type, okay? And stuff is a synonym of thing. So what kind of things do you make? ¿Qué tipo de cosas? What kind of things or stuff do you make? They are talking about food, right? Okay, let's see. Any other word that you guys found? No? Okay, great. Let's move on to conversation 3.
Conversation 3. Do you take the bus to work?
No, I never take the bus. I always drive.
Yeah, it's so much easier to drive.
Do you drive to work?
Actually, I rarely drive. I usually walk to work. I live near the office.
Lucky you.
Okay, let's see conversation 3. We need a woman and a man. Let's see, can you do me a favor? Let me see who hasn't participated. Brenda, can you be the woman? And let's see who else. Adalberto, can you be the man?
Okay. Do you take the bus to work?
Give me a chance. No, I never take the bus. I always drive.
Yeah, it's so much easier to drive.
Drive to work.
Actually, I really drive. I usually walk the work. I live near the office.
Lucky you.
Lucky you. Lucky you. Excellent. Excellent, guys. So just be careful.
And the word easier, easier,
Easier.
easier. Okay,
Easier.
easier.
Easier. For example, easier is the opposite of difficult.
Okay.
Easier, opposite of difficult. So easier, okay? And this word, remember, rarely. Repeat after me, rarely.
Rarely.
Rarely. Do you know the meaning of, hey, lucky you?
Lucky you.
Lucky you?
Lucky you.
Lucky you. For example, do you remember there is this phrase in English that we say, hey, good luck. Good luck.
Yes, buena suerte.
So, hey, lucky you.
Eres afortunado.
Exactly. Suertudo, right?
Sortudo.
Lucky you. Okay, great. Should we move on to the conversation 4? No more questions about the conversation 3? Okay, great. Let's do the last one, conversation 4.
Conversation 4.
Do you ever go to the movies?
I rarely do. It is too expensive. Do you?
No, not often. I usually rent DVDs.
Really? I never do that. I usually stream movies.
Nice. Do you have fast internet?
Yeah, usually it is fast, but sometimes it's slow.
Okay, great. Now let's see, maybe Gerardo, you can be the man, and let's see, maybe the woman can be Jennifer.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Gerardo, you start.
Okay. Do you ever go to the movie?
I rarely do. It is too expensive. Do you?
No, not often. I usually rent DVDs.
Really? I never do that. I usually stream movies.
Nice. Do you have fast internet?
Yeah, usually it is fast, but sometimes it's slow.
It's slow. Okay, excellent. Thank you, guys. Just be careful with this word. Let me see. No, never mind. Okay, did you find new words in this part or do you have questions about the vocabulary?
It's slow.
No questions about the vocabulary, new words?
Teacher,
Ex- ex-
what is
expensive.
pronunciation I rarely, no sé.
Rarely, rarely,
Rarely,
rarely,
rarely. Okay,
rarely.
thank you.
Expensive. So, ¿cómo es pronunciation?
I'm sorry, Gerardo, I couldn't hear what you said.
Rara vez.
The pronunciation. Expensive.
Expensive, it's too
Okay.
expensive. Too expensive. Like when you go to Cinemark or Cinepolis, you just get the popcorn, soda, and a hot dog, and it's like $20. It's just too expensive. Okay, any other word?
Slow. What is the meaning of slow?
Slow. Slow is the opposite of fast.
Bajo.
The opposite. So fast, for example, do you know Usain Bolt? He is fast. And slow is the opposite. For example, sometimes Tigo or Claro's internet, it's a little slow. To give you an example. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have more questions about this conversation 4? No more questions?
No.
Okay, great then. Right on time, guys. Just in case, I'm going to share the link and we will review this again tomorrow because we need to give me 1 minute. Let me share this, the link. Okay, so these guys, we will continue with the frequency adverbs tomorrow and get ready because we will do some role plays in some questions about, hey, how often do you play soccer? How often do you go to the beach? And so on. But that we will do it tomorrow. For now, we're going to call it a day here and have a good night, guys. We will see each other tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good
Good
night.
night, good night, good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.
See you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Night.